Hello everybody, John Comics here. If you've been on TikTok and you like Rick and Morty or comics, such as myself, you've probably seen those edits of Doofus Jerry. But who is Doofus Jerry? Well, I'm here to answer that question. Here's the entire story of the Doofus Jerry arc in the Rick and Morty comics. The first issue begins with Morty and Summer walking into the house from school. Beth immediately notices a scar on Morty's head and asks what happened. Morty replies it was a fight, but Rick instantly calls him out on this BS. In reality, he ran to a door trying to look at Jessica's underwear. Morty asks if Jerry got into any fights as a kid. But just as fast as Morty could ask the question, the family instantly begins making fun of the times the goat Jerry was a coward, including getting his leg broken by a kid. Well, I mean, actually, it was a severe shin strain, but whatever. Jerry would never, by the way. They all just made this up, trust me. Jerry is tired of his family's bullshit, so he steals the portal gun to go to a place he's respected, the Doofus Dimension. When he arrives, Jerry is instantly hugged by Doofus Rick, and they go to a cat-themed theme park. Meanwhile, the owner of the park is staring at cameras when his assistant points out Jerry. The owner of the park asks to see the man at once. On the next page, Jerry and Doofus Rick are confronted by security and are told that they won a prize and the owner would like to see them. When they arrive, the owner of the park asks if they have been enjoying themselves. Jerry then asks how the owner knows his name. Because, the owner says, I am Jerry Smith. Jerry is immediately surprised that there's a Jerry on this earth. And then he asks about it. Doofus Rick replies that he never really thought about it, but he should probably keep his voice down because transdimensional travel hasn't been invented quite yet. Jerry replies he's sure nothing bad would happen, seeing as how it was a Jerry that owned a theme park at that. Then Doofus Jerry replies he owns more than just a water park. He basically owned the entire world. Doofus Jerry then goes on to explain after all his success and money, he felt unfulfilled and says he'd like to rule over another Earth. And then offers a deal to Main Jerry. In exchange for the portal gun, he is to live and rule over the Doofus Dimension. Jerry considers it, but ultimately decides against it. Doofus Jerry instantly pistol whips Main Jerry, and then points the gun at Doofus Jerry, asking if Jerry is now open to negotiations. Doofus Rick says that he should have expected Doofus Jerry to be a villain. Doofus Jerry exclaims, "Villain? That's what the losers call the winners." And the next page, Jerry's in our main dimension's Smith household. When Beth walks in, asking why he's wearing a suit, Doofus Jerry asks what else would he wear to take his wife out for dinner. Beth then instantly wants to crack Jerry, which is, I don't know why I wrote down, which is pretty reasonable. Then Summer walks by and Doofus Jerry asks if the house is filled with attractive women, which I agree with. I don't know why I wrote that either. Anyway, Summer is happy with this compliment, but then tells Jerry that he's her dad, which Jerry then says he'll take her swimsuit shopping. Then Morty walks in and recognizes that this isn't his dad, but Jerry tells him to shut his trap and scram, so Morty goes to Rick. In the next page, Rick confronts Jerry, telling him to leave. Jerry replies, telling him Rick cannot stop him. So Rick says he's gonna knock Jerry's teeth in and instantly gets his shit rocked. With the final page being Jerry standing atop Rick, telling him that he's met his match. The second issue opens with Morty running into Rick's room, begging for Rick to do something about Doofus Jerry. But Rick explains he's failed to succeed in hurting Doofus Jerry with anything, then explains that the only way to stop Doofus Jerry was to use the neutrino bomb from Season 1, Episode 1's opening scene. Morty is immediately against the idea and fights with Rick about it. Then they see Doofus Jerry in the doorway. Doofus Jerry explains he's already disarmed the bomb, then explains he's not stupid like almost every other Jerry there is. Then makes a sexual remark about Beth, which Morty is understandably pissed about, and tries to fight Doofus Jerry before falling over, leading to Rick stepping in to fight him. But Doofus Jerry defeats the both of them easily. Rick then explains to Morty that they give Summer a place to stay inside Morty's little necklace that you might have noticed was there. Then Rick explains that Ricks are usually way above Jerry's, in the multiverse across dimensions. Meanwhile, main Jerry gets up after getting pistol whipped in the last issue, and Doofus Rick explains he'll start working on a way to get Jerry back to his homeworld. But building a way to send Jerry back to his home dimension will take about what feels like a month, which is a pretty neat fourth wall break if you actually read the comic. Back in the main Smith house, the Citadel of Ricks pull up to arrest Doofus Jerry for breaking the laws of Ricks or something, and main Rick is made fun of numerous times for getting beat up by a Jerry. While they're in what I assume is court, Jerry walks in to the genetic restructure, and Rick realizes the Doofus dimension isn't the weakest, it's the opposite. Then, Jerry walks out emitting a purple gas that was poisonous to Ricks, that he designed based off killer bugs from his own dimension. Summer begins tapping on the walls of the glass necklace she's trapped in, saying Morty and Rick gotta join her in it. Then, Jerry declares himself King of the Citadel, and is now on a quest to conquer the infinite multiverse, stating all must bow before him. The third and final issue opens with two Ricks walking into Doofus Jerry's room, telling him that the cross-dimensional conquering is in effect. Doofus Jerry asks why the Rick didn't refer to Jerry by his new name, Miggity Mac. The Rick replies that they aren't going to call him that. So Doofus Jerry replies then that the Rick is Wiggity Whack, and then shoots him, with the second Rick telling Doofus Jerry nice aim. Doofus Jerry then asks if they found Dimension C-137, with the Rick replying that they have not. Meanwhile, in the main Smith garage, there are Mortys with electric shock collars all getting shocked, with Rick explaining that they'll need all the Mortys to keep them hidden. And Rick's ultimate weapon is complete. Meanwhile, back with Doofus, Rick, and Jerry, Doofus Rick has found a way to bring Jerry back to his home dimension with portal juice that Jerry at first takes a sip of before Doofus Rick tells him that the juice is for pouring to teleport. The two then travel through a few dimensions before landing in the cockpit that the Smith family are piloting, with Beth and Jerry immediately start arguing before Rick interrupts them, telling them to save it for Doofus Jerry. The next page shows a giant robot that they're piloting to go take down Doofus Jerry, and then they fly off. When they arrive, they see that Doofus Jerry has a robot of his own, and they fight. Very quickly, the Rick bot gets decapitated and is sent crashing down. Doofus Jerry then confronts Beth, asking if she would like to be queen over all dimensions. Beth replies no, and that she'd rather die than join him in that. Doofus Jerry reacts by preparing to shoot them. Jerry sees this and decides he's done being a bum and he's going to save his family one way or another. Then he gets punched in the gut so hard he begins puking up the portal fluid that he drank, causing a giant worm to fly out of the portal and eat Doofus Jerry, with the last panel being main Rick telling the Council of Ricks to lick his balls. Wow, what a good comic. I'm sure everyone else agrees with me. That's a really good Rick and Morty comic. You should go pick it up. I don't know where to get it. I got mine off eBay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. A Dictator Morty video is coming out next. So yeah, go check that out when it's out.